Hi, how's it going? Come on in. Hi, it's nice to meet you. I'm Aloe. I'm gonna be helping you out today. What is it that you're looking for? Okay, a little cleanup. Alright. And do you know what sort of look you're going for? Something natural? Okay. Alright, great. Well, I'm excited to work with you. Have you ever gotten your brows tweezed or threaded or waxed or anything before? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to try to make this as painless as possible. I do see a few stray hairs that we can pull, especially down beneath what I think your natural sort of brow line is. And cleaning that up will really give you a nice polished look without giving you too much maintenance. You won't have to fill them in or worry about anything if you don't want to. They'll look really good and nice and neat, but not like you put a lot of time into them or anything. Yeah. I think they're gonna look really good. And we'll also probably have to get some here in the middle just a little bit. But that part usually is the least painful, so wouldn't worry about that. Okay. Alright, great. Well, if it's okay with you, the first thing I'd like to do is just sort of clean the area with a very mild astringent called witch hazel. Yep. And I'll just put some of this onto a cotton swab. Okay. And I'm just going to really gently wipe all around both of your brows, and all this does is sort of remove any impurities, any dirt or oil or anything that might sort of get in the way of me seeing your actual brows, all the individual hairs, and no room for any shadows or grit from the day getting in the way, causing any confusion. So just get you nice and cleaned up here. And I am going to be going pretty low towards your eyelid to get all of those stray hairs. So if you want to close your eyes for just a second, I don't want this to drip into your eyes. It's mild, but it still might not be the best thing to put in your eyeballs. Yeah, I love witch hazel. It feels nice, right? Kind of like a cool, tingling feeling. Yeah. It's really cheap too. You can just get it at any drugstore usually. We'll carry it. Yeah, and you can use it on like small cuts and burns too. It's a nice little relief and cleaner. It's pretty nice. Also, of course, a lot of people use it when they get a new tattoo to sort of clean the area. So yeah, you can put it right on the fresh tattoo. That's how mild it is. So yep. I know some people have very, very sensitive skin, myself included. So I like to make sure that all the products I'm using are very sterile and very mild. Yeah. Okay, does that feel alright? Just let that cool for a second. You having a nice day? Yeah, my day's been busy, but you're my last client today, which I'm excited about. It'll be nice to get to work with you and take our time. Yeah. I always appreciate any time of the day where I can just slow down for a little while, really think about all the good things and try to get over any bad things, and just take a second to have an experience, I guess, in the moment, instead of always worrying about the future or the past. It's nice. Well, I'm glad that we can do this together then to cap off the day. So, yeah. Alright, well, that should be fairly dry now. Yep. Feels good and looks nice and squeaky clean. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is take a little eyebrow brush, and I'm just going to comb through your brows. And this will help me see the way that your hair lies and its sort of natural patterns. I like to brush all the hair upward, and that way I can see sort of the root of all of the hair and which way it wants to fall versus which way it's growing, because those aren't always the same. And some people have random curly hair in their eyebrow, and some people's eyebrows grow more downward. Others come in at more of a straight across angle. It just depends. But I think up is a safe way to brush, especially when I'm working with a client who I don't know their hair pattern yet. It's just a really good way to get a full look. And your eyebrows are actually really nice naturally. Like, you have a really good arch. Yeah. Generally speaking, there is a sort of guideline that a lot of people follow for brow shaping, which is that the innermost part of your brow there should be sort of in line with the inside of your tear duct, and then the brow should be sort of the arch, should be sort of at a diagonal angle through the pupil, and the tail end should be sort of at a diagonal from the end corner of your eye. Yeah, so you have kind of the 3 points to go off of, and yours are all in really good spots, so it'll be easy to make a really nice natural shape. Yeah, it should look really, really good. Okay. Yeah, so I think my initial assessment is pretty accurate. We mainly just have some in the middle to pluck, just a few on the top of either brow, and then more of the focus is going to be down along sort of that softer area. And since that's the case, I have a numbing spray, And in a little bit, I'm going to apply that spray to another cotton swab and put that all over the area that we're going to be working in. And that should make it so that you'll feel some pressure when I'm tweezing, but you shouldn't really feel much pain. So yeah, and then we'll do some preventative care to make sure that it doesn't get too inflamed or feel too painful when the numbing wears off. Okay, sounds good. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I know we just cleaned the area, but now I'm going to take a powder that I have. It's a brown powder that sticks to the fine hairs and really helps so that I can see all of them. Okay, so I'm just going to swipe across your brows on top as well as on bottom. So again, you may want to close your eyes, or you can live on the edge and keep them open. And I'm just gonna make sure that I really get a nice dusting in the whole area we're gonna be working on. And this helps me so that I don't miss any. Sometimes it's really difficult to see all of the stray hairs, especially because we're going to be in the same, lighting the whole time. And sometimes it's just normal that one or two might get through. But this just decreases the odds of having anything left over, because I really hate it, thinking about sending people home and then they have to do more work after they just paid me for a service. So I try to make sure to get every little hair and potential nuisance for you. Make it all nice and smooth and even, so you don't have to worry. Yep. Yeah, no, I still go get my brows done by someone else. I don't trust myself to do my own because I feel like there's a chance that I'm going to, mess it up if I can't see my own unevenness, because I'm always looking at myself in a mirror. So I think I'd rather have someone else's perspective. So I still go get mine done. And I do find it annoying because, if the person does a good job, I'm gonna tip well and obviously be polite and try to have a good experience. And it is annoying when you get home and see, stray hairs everywhere, and then you have to torture yourself and do it yourself when you just paid for it. So yeah, we're gonna try not to do that. Yeah, it should be fine. I'm very thorough. Yeah. Okay, well, now that we've got that powder on there, I'm going to go ahead and get that numbing spray ready, because it takes a second to really kick in all the way. It's just like a topical anesthetic. Again, very mild, but it does the job. And it'll take a few seconds to really get the area nice and numb. And another benefit is that since it's wet, when we put it on top of that fresh powder that we just laid all over the area. It makes that a lot easier to see as well. It sort of helps adhere the color to all the hairs. Makes it easier for me to see. So, just gonna make sure we get this all over and close down. Good. Okay. On the other side. Good. Okay, I'm gonna spray one more cotton swab and focus on the center, and then go over both sides again as well. Try to really make sure that we got you covered. No, I've never really had any very painful experiences. I think I tolerate pain pretty well. Usually my complaining is more of a hypochondriac nature than true pain. I think I do pretty well with real pain. I'm just dramatic for fun, I guess. No, I try not to be. I do take it seriously, as much as I can. And I've actually had one time where I had changed face washes, and apparently one of the acne drugs, I guess, in the new face wash makes skin very sensitive to being waxed, and I didn't know, and I went and got my eyebrows waxed. And luckily at the time I had been seeing a certain woman where I was living, so she knew me, but she waxed and ripped off like a whole patch of my skin, because I didn't tell her that I was on that new face wash, because I didn't know. I didn't think that it would have any bearing, but I actually stopped using the face wash after that, because anything that can make my skin that I don't know, destructible, able to be destructed so easily, I don't want to be putting on my skin. So maybe it was for the better, but I didn't even cry or anything when that happened. So I think getting waxed and tweezed doesn't really, I mean, it hurts, don't get me wrong, but it's not that bad to me. They do say, though, that you should go and get your brows done anytime like after 2 or 3 p.m. because you're apparently less sensitive to pain at that point. I don't know if it's just on your face or in general, but I read that in a magazine at some point in my life. I don't know if it's true, but might be. Okay, really quick, since I've pushed all the hair all over the place with powder and numbing spray, I'm going to really quickly again brush up, especially in the center of your brows, because next I'm going to come in with a small pair of scissors, and I'm going to create a really nice shape in the center of your brows by taking those hairs that are standing straight up and cutting in sort of a straight line against the grain of the hairs. Okay? So these are my little scissors, and I'm just going to come in from either side and cut very carefully to get us a nice clean shape in the front of our brow. Okay, alrighty, let us get this started here. Going to just come to the middle and cut. There is a bit of a dusting, so if you want to close your eyes, feel free. Okay, just a little more here. Alright, looks good. Gonna borrow another little cotton swab and let me just wipe away this excess hair here. Might want to close your eyes again, sorry. Okay. Alright. Oh, that looks really good. Yeah, all that hair is standing really nice and even now. Looks really, really well groomed. Without being too obviously defined. Which I hope is what you're going for with the natural look. Yeah? Okay, good. Alright. Excellent, that looks awesome. So now that we have the center sort of shaped up, giving us a guide of where to create that top edge sort of situation, and now that that numbing spray has had a chance to dry in, I'm gonna get started with the tweezing. Okay. Alrighty. So here we go. Just gonna start here in the center. Get these since they're usually pretty painless even without numbing spray. How does that feel? Just a little bit of pressure, right? Good. Looks good. What's up? Yeah, I really like what I do. I know it probably sounds silly, but I think grooming is not only tied to self-care and self-value, but it also can be a really special thing, you know, as an act between people. I think it's really nice to be able to take someone who might be feeling down about their brows, for instance, and being able to send them home happy and feeling good about themselves. I think that that's really cool, and It might not be, the highest paying profession, but there's a lot of gratification and happiness in getting to know people and helping them. And some people that I've worked with for long stretches of time will talk to me about their life and their kids and their career, or what they're worried about, or how they feel like they have none of those things going right. And I don't know, it feels good to be able to connect and also send all of those people home feeling a little better and a little lighter. Yeah. It's rewarding. I think the best is, or one of the best, reliably, is when I see other younger people, like I was, who have really butchered their eyebrows, because I definitely have done that multiple times to myself, especially like in high school. My parents wouldn't let me get my eyebrows done, and they were really, really wild. And it was the 90s, so people were, well, by the time I was in high school, it was the 2000s, early. But, in the 90s, all of the influences I watched on TV from all sorts of shows were thin women with thin eyebrows. And that has changed quite a bit. Now it's more acceptable if you're more of a voluptuous woman. And when someone says you have a big butt, it's a compliment, not an insult like it was then. Very truly. And the eyebrows were very thin, and for a while very arched as well. And my eyebrows were thick and very straight. You have a nice, really nice arch. That's not too crazy, but still defined. And I definitely do not have that naturally. Even with getting them waxed and tweezed, I still barely have an arch. It's more of a drop off, and that's just a different shape, and it happens to work for the type of hair that I have. But it was so not in style, so to try to fix it myself, I would use whatever I could, and sometimes I had this chunk missing, or this chunk missing, or different size eyebrows, and all kinds of crazy stuff, because I just wanted to fix them and I had no idea how, and the internet was not as readily available with tutorials and all that kind of stuff. So there were some hard times, and I always appreciate being able to have a glimpse back into those moments by meeting these younger children who have made a mess of their own eyebrows and trying to help them fix it, make them feel better. I will say now, though, more and more people have become experts at making these almost doll-like, perfect eyebrows. And I can fill in, other people's brows if they ask me to for their job, but I do not like doing that on my own brows, and I know that there are a lot of people who are much better than I am at doing it, even though I try my best. But now you can pretty much become a master on YouTube for free. It's not everyone's preference, though. Not everyone's cup of tea to learn how to paint their eyebrows on. Definitely not mine. Yeah. This looks so good. I really am jealous of your shape. Okay. How do you feel? How do your eyebrow areas feel? A little warm? That's natural because you have that numbing spray there, so where you would be feeling more of a pain or stinging, it probably just feels warm because your skin still is receiving that sensation. You're just blocking your ability to feel it, so that's natural. And it really doesn't look too bad. I'm quite happy with how it looks. It's not too inflamed or anything. And what I'm gonna do now that we've gotten the majority of the hair away, there may be some strays, so I'm going to clean you with the witch hazel again, which should feel really good for that burning feeling too, or hot feeling. It will prevent the burning feeling, I guess I should say. Okay, and I love the smell of this too. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that feels really nice, right? Nice and cool. And I'm just taking off all of that powder that I had put all over this area. Number one, so you don't leave here looking crazy, and number two, so I can make sure again that I'm not missing anything. My favorite reason for doing anything. Okay. Okay, yep, looks really good. I see maybe 2 or 3 little hairs to tweeze, but everything else looks really good. So let me just get these last few. Okay, and I'm gonna lost one. So here is my dry cotton swab. I'm gonna just get rid of any excess dampness right now so that I can comb you through again. Finishing look. And then before you leave, I'm going to rub both sides of your eyes thoroughly with some aloe. Excellent. Yay, this looks so good. Okay. And this aloe is going to really make sure that you don't have some crazy reaction. It'll keep your skin really under control. But since I am putting the aloe on you, there we go. You may want to, or you not may want to, I advise strongly that tonight, before you go to bed, wash your face, specifically this region. Make sure you get it nice and good. So that your pores don't get clogged, these new fresh pores that you have to think they've had hair follicles in them. So they may be a little bit more sensitive, maybe a little more prone to becoming pimples, and we don't want that. Especially if you're acne prone already, which I don't know if you are, your skin looks great, but just saying, if you ever do have that kind of issue especially, I definitely recommend tonight cleanse the area, wash it just with some mild soap and water, and that should really help make sure that everything is a nice natural color tomorrow and you're not still puffy or inflamed or pink or anything that you shouldn't be. Okay. Alright, now to make sure that I do a really thorough job here, I'm gonna count from 1 to 50 on this side, and then I'll grab my other cotton swab and count on the other side, okay? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. Great job. Thanks for being patient. And here we go. Let's do the other side. You ready? Okay. I'm giving you 51 to 100 so you're not too bored. Alright, here we go. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Alright, great. I think you look really, really good. Do you want to look in the mirror? You like it? Good. Good, I'm so glad. Yeah, I think you look really natural and also very sort of sophisticated. It just came together really nicely with your shape. Do you ever wear glasses? Yeah. Yeah, I think they'll look really good. Yeah, you can always buy fake frames and just try them on when you're not. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, I think that it looks really good. They are going to check you out up front. If you want to book another appointment, you can, but you don't have to. You can always just wait, see how they grow out. If you want to get them done again, if you want to get them done by me again, is a whole nother question. But if you ever do, you can take one of my cards and just give me a call or text me or send me an email, whatever you prefer. Yeah, I check my email pretty obsessively because I know that some people, including myself, sometimes prefer to use email, so it's almost as important as text for some people. Yeah. Well, what else was I going to say to you? I think just if you end up seeing anything, I really tried to be very thorough and have been staring and looking, and I don't see anything stray. But if you do end up seeing anything stray, or if your skin isn't as calm as you think it should be tomorrow, just give me a call, or any other method of communication on my card, and I will definitely fit you in right away or whenever is convenient for you. Yeah, there won't be a charge for that. Yeah, because I want to make sure that I did a full job, so don't worry about that. It's not going to put me out any. If we need to fix anything up, please let me know. And then if you feel like you've lost your shape a little, but not enough for a full cleanup like we did today, you can also come in at a halfway point and just get a little shape up, and that's usually like half price of what a full session would be. Yeah, sometimes it's better just to get a few hairs plucked to hold you over till your next wax or your next full tweezing, and we don't want to have to charge you full price for that. So okay, all right, well, thank you again for being such a lovely, chill, nice way to spend the end of my evening here. You are welcome to head out whenever you'd like. I'm just gonna pack up my stuff and get ready to head home myself. So I hope you have a really good evening. You look amazing, and feel free to come back anytime. Okay? Alright.